What's going on, everyone? So yesterday, in an absolute shocking turn of events, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks swapped stars. Anthony Davis went to the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic went to the Los Angeles Lakers. And Dallas fans are not happy. Dallas fans are furious. And I get it, right? You just lost your franchise guy who's 25 years old, and you just traded for, a 31-year-old center who, is very good, right? But Luka is looked at and perceived as better, right? Anthony Davis, top 10 player. Luka's looked at, top anywhere from 3 to 5 at worst, right? Like, you can make a genuine argument he's the second best player behind Jokic, right? And he just went to the Lakers, which anytime, as a Laker fan, I'll take it. But anytime anybody goes to the Lakers, that team's usually not happy, right? The team that is not the Lakers usually aren't happy about it. But to see literally their franchise cornerstone that was supposed to be their guy for the next 10 years is now going to be in a Laker jersey for the next 10 years, right? Like, I can understand the frustrations. But to look at this from Dallas's side of things, right? I actually think that this still makes a lot of sense for Dallas. Obviously, you lose Luka, but now you are the best defensive team in the league. I mean, they are just stacked and flushed with defenders. Top of that, you got plenty of offense still. Dallas has been just as good, if not better, with just Kyrie than Luka. Even last year, they were better when one was on, one was off, right? So now you don't have that, can Luka and Kyrie coexist, which is still a question at times. I understand they were in the finals, but they went to the finals on the back of their defense, right? So again, now they're going to be the best defensive team in the league. They're going to have that defensive anchor. Also, Anthony Davis gets to play the 4, which he's always wanted to play. Just because of LeBron and his age, he hasn't been able to play the 4. He's had to play the 5. So now you have Anthony Davis with 2 bigs alongside him. And then you got Kyrie as just your proven bucket getter. And then you have Klay Thompson and PJ Washington and all these other guys, even a Spencer Dinwiddie and all these guys that can plug in, play multiple. You're still very deep. Your roster's still very well constructed, right? You're still going to be a very good team. There is potential. There is a version of this team that is better than what you've seen with Luka. Doesn't mean Luka is worse than Anthony Davis or anything like that. No. Again, we have seen Phoenix Suns are a great example. Sometimes it's not as simple as just throwing names on the back of a jersey, right? It is, again, look, there's a potential this is a total disaster. It very well, right? This could go either way. I'm not saying lock it in, Dallas, that's it, give them the Larry O'Brien. But there is a version of this that is overall better because you're still deep, you're still talented, and you're, again, monster defensively. You are, again, the best defensive team in the league, which is how you got to the finals, right? You also held Boston to the lowest point total in the finals throughout the entire playoffs, right? So, again, they got there on the back of their defense. It's how the Dallas Mavericks are probably looking at it. We got there on defense. Now we're the best defensive team in the league. And we still have guys like Kyrie and PJ Washington and Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis can go get you, 25 and block shots and rebound and do all those other things, right? And you're going to have a motivated Anthony Davis because he's furious that the Lakers just traded him and blindsided him and came out of nowhere, right? Again, there is a version of this for Dallas where they're one of the best teams in the league, if not maybe even potentially the best team in the league. Depending on how everything works out. Kyrie and Anthony Davis still got 2 stars, right? You still got 2 guys that can, put it in with the best of them, right? And you still got all the complementary pieces, still got all the athleticism, the defense, the wings, all of it. I'm curious to see what they do with PJ Washington. Do they play PJ at the 3 now, right? Or does he come off the bench? I'm curious to see how that goes. But again, however they decide to do this, right? They have plenty of guys. Quentin Grimes still. They didn't have to give up any, Luka, obviously. That hurts. I get it. But beyond that, Kleba is out probably the whole season. Markieff Morris doesn't even play for you, right? So those 2 guys were nothing. The only guy you really lost was Luka. And you got in a Max Christie who, as a Laker guy, he's been great. He's been a legit 2-way guy, and he's 21 years old. Like, he's the guy. That's the guy I'm really upset that the Lakers traded, because he would have been perfect alongside Luka, right? Because that's the problem. Now the Lakers need a 2, right? And having Luka, Max Christie, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and then go trade for a center. Now you're cooking with fire here, right? But now they need to go get that point of attack guy, because I don't think Luka and Austin Reeves are the answer as your backcourt. I don't. And they don't have enough defense. Like, LeBron isn't, he can lock in defensively, but he doesn't do it enough on a nightly basis to where I'm like, oh, that's great. And you don't have Anthony Davis to clean it up. So I have a lot of concerns about the Lakers. But for Dallas, again, you can make an argument they're a more complete team. Again, we got to see how it plays out. We got to see how it's done. But you basically got a 3-and-D wing that can slot in 2 through 3 for you, on top of the other 3-and-D guys that you got. And then you got the second best defensive player behind Victor Wembanyama in the league. Oh, and he can get you 25 a night to 30 a night, right? Like, and he can self-create, and he doesn't need the ball in his hands. Oh, and you're big with Anthony Davis and Daniel Gafford as your center and power forward. Oh, and you can always play Anthony Davis at the 5 if you need to, and just spread teams out and all that stuff. I mean, again, there is a real version of Dallas that is better than they have been, right? And this is a team that went to the finals last year. But again, you got to see how it's put together. You got to see how it all plays. There's also a version where, Anthony Davis and Kyrie, like, they just don't have the creation for others that Luka provides and all that stuff. There is a version where this doesn't go well, that this doesn't go according to plan. But there is in my opinion, there is a version where Dallas could be hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. They're going to be very good. Very good. Right? I think a lot of Dallas fans, once they see things start to come together for them, I think they're going to be like, okay, this wasn't that bad. Right? Obviously, for the long term, because this is more short term, right, than the long haul. But in the short term, you have a very good chance. Like, there's a lot of questions with the Lakers. Can LeBron and Luka even coexist? Is LeBron end up requesting a trade? Right? Lakers have a lot to figure out now. Yes, they have Luka, 25 years old, to build around for the future. But Dallas is still very much win now. Right? And it's going to be very interesting to see. So again, don't sleep on Dallas. Dallas got a very good return in this deal. I know people are looking at it as like, oh, they traded Luka for, a 32-year-old and 1 first and, completely leaving out Max. Max, again, is a 21-year-old legit two-way guy that's made a 3 in 27 straight games and has been defending the best player on the other team on a nightly basis to a very good degree, right? And Lakers' numbers with Max Christie on and off has been fantastic. And again, you got that guy on top of, again, the best defensive player in the league, who's also been, the last 2.5 years, the most healthy star in the top 50, I think it is, something crazy like that, in the last 2.5 years. So, again, you get a guy that's been money as far as playing games for a guy that, has had his struggles and has conditioning issues and all this stuff. So, we'll see. Again, don't sleep on the Mavericks side of things. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you like this deal for the Dallas Mavericks? Do you hate the deal for the Dallas Mavericks? Do you like the deal for the Lakers? Do you hate the deal for the Lakers? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.